This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and the latest news from Alpena Community College with Dr. Olin Joynton. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
I'm Nancy Smitham. My first two guests today are both here from Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary. I have Harriet Smith and Hannah McDonald. Good morning and welcome.
Hi, thank you.
I'm so happy to have both of you here, and we're going to go to Hannah second, and she's going to tell us about a wonderful experience she had. But Harriet, tell me about your position at Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary.
I am an education and volunteer specialist at the sanctuary. I get to work with volunteers, I recruit them, and then also help find them different opportunities in the sanctuary to volunteer. I also get to work with all of the school groups that come to the sanctuary, so I go out on the glass bottom boat for educational programming, and I also help to run the field trips that happen at the Heritage Center or the Sanctuary Visitor Center.
Ah, so you get to have lots of noise and excitement.
Yes, exactly. It's a very, very fun job. I'm happy to be here.
Now, Hannah actually got to do a wonderful experience. Set it up for us.
Yes, so Hannah, about 2 weeks ago, she came back from a 2-week-long field study called Ocean for Life. It's a wonderful program. It happens every 2 years, and it's a program that was created in the wake of 9/11. It's a partnership between the Office of National Marine Sanctuaries, the GLOBE program, and then the National Marine Sanctuary Foundation. And that partnership came together to create a 2-week-long program for students from the U.S. and then also from the Middle East. So it's a way for students from different cultures to come together and then celebrate their love of the ocean. So they get to learn about the ocean, learn about each other. It's a wonderful program. It happens every 2 years, and this year it was at the Channel Islands National Marine Sanctuary in California. So Hannah got to go for 2 weeks, meet a whole bunch of other students. There's 30 of them total, 15 from the U.S., 15 from the Middle East, and over 400 people applied for this program this year. So very competitive application process.
Wow. And
Hannah was one of the 15 applicants that made it from the U.S.
That's amazing, Hannah.
Thank you.
So it sounds like it was an unbelievable experience for you.
Yeah, time of my life.
So tell me what you did from the time you got there till you left. Leave out no details.
Well, the first day we had icebreakers to meet all the people. There were 30 of us meeting.
What about language barriers?
They all spoke really well English. I understood all of them. There was a little bit of accents that were difficult, but we worked it out. There wasn't really a wall that wasn't breakable with them. And we met the Chumash Indians, the native tribes there, the first day. That was a focus there to understand different cultures. And then the next couple days we had lectures on ocean acidification, marine debris, stuff like that. We did a couple beach cleanups like that. I met Jean-Michel Cousteau.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a really big deal for me. And he talked to us and helped us pick up the beach a little bit. Then after that, we made our way to the Channel Islands. We stayed on Santa Cruz Island at a scientist research facility, and we camped out for 3 nights. We did kayaking, snorkeling, hiking, activities like that while we were there. And after that, we came back and we had a couple more lectures, toured around a couple marine biology facilities. Then we started working on our action plan, which is our volunteer and stewardship activities that we were going to do once we got home to promote the ocean and help save the ocean. So we worked on that. And then throughout the whole time, we had media camp, which is we were given cameras to take pictures and videos the whole time. So we videotaped everything pretty much, and we put it together and made a short film.
Oh, wonderful. Well, how can we see the film?
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
Under the Sanctuaries YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yep. There's 4 videos. We got split up into 4 different groups. There's interconnectedness, sense of place, ocean conservation, and cultural understanding are each of the videos titles. Yep.
So what do you plan to do now that you've had this experience back here in Alpena? What are you planning to do?
I plan to do a couple beach cleanups for sure. I want to also start a recycling thing at Alpena High School. They have recycling of pop cans, but recycling of plastics is my main thing that I want to focus on.
Very good. Maybe John Michael will come and help you clean the beach here.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be nice?
that'd be amazing.
I recently came back from a trip in Hawaii, and they don't allow plastic bags in Hawaii.
That's another thing I want to start
Yeah.
working on too.
Not allowed at all. And you can, if you have them and take them to the store, you can use them, but you're not allowed to have them any other way. Because I had brought some from home to pack wet swimsuits and things in, and I was amazed that there aren't any there.
Yep.
Okay. So how would someone that's interested in doing this in 2 years, how would they get the information about how to apply?
So there is a website. If you go to NOAA's main website, there's a link for Ocean for Life. And again, it happens every 2 years, so not this coming summer, but the summer of 2015, there will be another program. And I'm not sure when they announce the location. I imagine that it's sometime in the near future that they'll be announcing where it'll be.
Yay.
And then there's an online application, and students have to be going into a year of high school, so they
Okay.
either need to be going into their freshman up to their senior year.
Okay.
So anyone within that age range is eligible to apply. Any U.S. citizen is eligible to apply. And it's 2 rounds of applications. The first is a series of essays, and then they are gone through, and then you're invited back to complete the second round of essays.
So it's quite a thing you had to do.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Yes, a lot of hard work.
Oh, so now what about volunteer opportunities at the sanctuary?
So at the sanctuary right now, we are recruiting for greeters in our visitor center. That's something that we use year-round. We're looking for friendly faces to greet visitors as they come through and then help them navigate through the exhibits. We'll also be restarting, I should say, a hands-on activity called the Discovery Cart. It's a series of small activities for visitors to participate in, and we have volunteers running them in the exhibit. So those are 2 of the big ones that are coming up.
Very good. And when you go there, I always say this, but you can see people from all over the world come to
Absolutely.
the sanctuary. I mean, look in the book and read the names and where they come from. That's pretty interesting. And then we have the wonderful sanctuary store. We have wonderful items, and they're all very affordable.
Yep.
And I know there was something, again, on public hearings being held on the expansion of the sanctuary. So
Yep.
please, please, please support this very important, basically to preserve our sanctuary so that it can be used by others.
Yep.
And economically, I mean, it's a wonderful thing for our communities.
Yeah, absolutely. So last night was the public hearing here in Alpena, and we had a great turnout. And so people can submit their opinions on expansion online. There's a link on our website where people can write their letters of support or letters of concern about what the expansion would mean for people here in Alpena.
Okay, we're out of time. I want to thank you both very much for being here. And Hannah, congratulations to you. What a
Thank
wonderful
you.
opportunity. I
Thank
look
you.
forward to hearing all the wonderful things you're going to do.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
I'll be right back following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last guest today is Kurt Hines from Child and Family Services. Hi, Kurt.
Hello, welcome.
I'm so glad you're here today, and you are working with Child and Family Services. Tell me about your job and what you do.
Well, I work with Great Start Regional Resource Center, which is located at Child and Family Services. And the Great Start program it's all part of the larger Great Start program that's funded through the Department of Education.
Okay.
And we work with like the Great Start Regional or the Great Start preschool programs
Okay.
that are run by the state. We assist them, but it's all part of the Great Start funding. What our goal at Great Start Regional Resource Center is to assist parents and child care providers to, parents, we work with them to connect them with quality child care.
Okay.
We also have, we can assist them in finding scholarships. There are some scholarships out there and alternative funding if they are in need, so we can help them connect
Wow.
with that. We also have a lending library and resources, learning kits that they can check out. And all of this stuff is available for parents, but it's also available for the child care providers. For the child care providers, our major goal is we are helping them to improve quality by working with the new quality rating system that the state has established. They have established a rating system so child care providers will receive between 1 and 5 stars, depending on how they meet certain standards that have been established by child care professionals and parents, and by the providers themselves, their feedback. The program has been in sort of a trial phase for about 1.5 years.
Oh, okay.
And we go live, as they say, on August 10th. So everybody will have a rating between an empty star, which means they're really not participating in the program,
Okay.
to 1 to 5 star. 1 means that they meet licensing and they are participating to improve their quality, and up to 5 stars, which means they're a high quality program.
Now, do you provide any training or anything for the daycare providers?
The Resource Center, that's another one of the big
Okay.
things. One of our people, her main job is to connect child care providers with training. She's our professional development specialist, and so she helps set up some trainings. She helps them link with other trainings that are already established. And then we have quality improvement consultants, which go into the centers or providers' homes and help them improve their quality and improve their rating. And we also have child care specialists,
Wow.
which help them get started at the process and help them with a more hands-on. They're more in the area because we cover 14 counties in the Northeast, Lower Peninsula, and 3 in the Upper Peninsula, east side of the Upper Peninsula, 3 counties.
So you have a list of child care providers.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone moves to town or someone gets a job and they didn't need child care and all of a sudden they need child care, you're like a clearinghouse where people can call and you'll actually give them a list of people, or how
The
does that work?
first thing to do is for them to take a look at Great Start Connect.
Okay.
That is a statewide program, and they'll pick the area that they're in, and so they'll pick the county, point at the county that they're in, and that will take them to the website, and they can narrow their search to what they're looking for, what type of care they're looking for, the area they're looking for, their needs, and then that will guide them into the providers that are in that area. If they don't have internet access, or if they need assistance, we can then help guide them through that process, or we have printed out lists for provider or parents that don't have internet access, and get that to them.
Okay.
But in general, Great Start Connect is a great resource because not only will it link them to that, but there's links to other areas with the Great Start network that they can get information on how do they choose quality, how do they recognize quality, what does it mean, even what types of things can I do with my child because I'm at home and I want to increase their experiences that they are getting at home, because we know that learning begins at day 1. They're even saying learning begins in the womb now, that they're picking up things that they've can actually recognize. So we know our learning begins before they get to kindergarten. So we want to encourage lots of rich experiences for all children.
Okay. And then so they can get the list. Now, what about if someone has like a special needs child or a child with certain dietary needs? I mean, are those things they can find out through Great Start Connect?
They can make a choice in there that they have that issue or concern, the special need, whatever their wishes are. And if a provider has indicated they're really willing to do that, they'll pop out, in the lead of that list. And we also give information and advice on how to look for that, but also the quality rating system really values that.
Sure.
So that'll come if they're looking at quality and they're looking at the higher star rating systems. There's a good chance that those people are working in those areas. Otherwise, because we really understand that all children are unique and all children are special and all children have special needs.
True.
So it's the idea of looking at child by child and what their needs are, and is the program doing that?
Wonderful. And as a parent and as a grandparent, that's always something that's been, foremost in my mind too. You just have to be able to go to work and know your children are well taken care of. And I mean, there's a lot of commercial daycares and things too out there, and people taking in the home. You just have to assess the situation and see whatever works best for your family.
And more than half of our children are in care.
Yes.
And so we recognize that, the state recognizes that we need to spend our dollars wisely, and we've developed this rating system that helps parents and the state, look at quality and what quality is, and tries to promote that and build on that.
I just like the safety aspect and knowing that someone who's licensed and you know, knows what they're doing and has had training and is taking care of your children, that makes me feel good.
And that's really wonderful. The state has developed a broader licensing view, and the licensing has improved the quality in general. And then the star rating system then helps the parents to say, you know, here's a little bit better program, or this is a program that's focusing maybe more on this type of thing. You know, there's no reason why a 1 star isn't acceptable to you. You know, when I first started, there's a lot of parents who still want the kind of grandma type daycare. And if that's what they're looking for, just you know, a nice comfortable setting, but knowing it's safe is wonderful. And then knowing that your other choices and other things to look at is also good.
All right, we're out of time, but I just want a phone number if someone would like to contact you and get more information, probably about scholarships or, you know, daycare in the area in general.
Well, our main focus and the easiest way to get to it, again, is looking at the Great Start Connect, and it has the statewide number. There is a local number at 989-354-8089. And then there's the statewide toll-free number, which is off the top of my head right now.
That's okay. Well, thank you very much for being here, and I know this has been an enlightening experience for me, and I hope that our viewers feel the same way.
Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please stay tuned for Dr. Olin Jointon following these messages.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Olin Jointon, president of Alpena Community College. My guest this morning, Nancy Monty, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Besser Credit Union. Good morning, Nancy.
Good morning, Olin.
It's great to have you on the show.
Well, thank you for the invite.
Now, you grew up here in Alpena, is that correct?
I am. I'm a lifelong resident. My family is from here. And I'm very fortunate that all of my family are still in Alpena.
Well, that's terrific. Not too many people can boast of that.
No,
but,
that's for sure.
Good for you. And let's see, children?
I have 3.
Yes.
I have a son, Nick, a daughter, Heather, and another daughter, Angela.
Very good. Well, you went to Alpena High School, graduated there. What was next in your career path and your pursuits?
Actually, unlike today, where you need a high education to have a good job, unfortunately back then it was more just go to work and work, and so I do not have a college education. And I've worked, I've been in the at Besser Credit Union for 35 years now, and I've had probably 37 years as a credit union employee.
Well, that's terrific. I know you've helped a lot of people reach their goals and manage their money. What are credit unions all about? How are they different from banks?
Okay.
Just a little background on that.
All right. Credit unions are a financial institution like a bank, but the difference is that they're member owned. A bank is owned by its stockholders, and they receive money. They have a paid board of directors. Unlike credit unions, it's all volunteers, and our board receives no compensation whatsoever. And the members, actually, with a $10 membership fee, is an ownership, has a 1 vote in the organization. So we're owned by our members. Very good. Unlike a bank.
Well, I could make some comparisons to Alpena Community College. You and I both report to boards, and the ACC trustees, board members, also serve without compensation. So it's really great to have people in the community with that kind of public service. So the topic we're going to focus in today is a project of Alpena Community College, which is building an electrical power technology center, and it's going to be an extension of the existing World Center for Concrete Technology. The concept is 2 of our premier occupational technical programs side by side in that entrance to the campus off of Woodward. And you mentioned that your daughter was a graduate of the Concrete Tech program.
Yes, she was. She went on to that after after a general degree. And yes, and actually she's very fortunate that she works at Alpena Power right now.
Very good. The board members and the staff and I really have a lot of attention that we pay to the technical programs. We, in fact, believe that the future of the college is highly dependent upon the strength and the growth of those technical programs for a number of reasons. But with 1 or 2 years at ACC, you can go right into a well-paying job, get a career launched, and it's a great thing.
Yes.
We are 92% through with the
Really?
fundraising
Oh, that's
as
wonderful.
of today for a $5 million project. We're intent on breaking ground in the fall. We think October.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And want to thank you very much for the $5,000 contribution that Besser Credit Union made towards this project. It's really great to see you and your colleagues and your board members coming forward with this kind of donation. So thank you very much. What motivated your interest in this project?
Well, first of all, that is a very large donation for our Sites Credit Union. You know, we're very community-minded. We support, give, donate to almost everything there is, but in small amounts because we are not the largest credit union in the area. But when Jim Johnson and Bill Kelly came to me with this idea, it really wasn't a hard sell for them. If you actually talk to them, they probably thought it was probably one of the easiest ones that they had to deal with. I, as well as my board of directors, I'm very fortunate. They and myself really feel and almost we truly believe in what we say is basically people helping people and community-minded, just like you. Because what an addition to our community college of this magnitude will do with the other thing that's already the concrete program is huge. Right. I think it's just huge for our community. Well,
this addition will enable us to train more students and will also go into some fields, state-of-the-art technology that we cannot now offer, but will be able to when we have this facility built. Some of it relates to the smart grid functioning that power companies operate by. Highly computerized grid systems allow you even to anticipate where an outage might be brewing and correct it before it happens, maintaining those relay stations that we see along the side of the road. And then also moving into instruction in renewable energy, wind turbines and solar panels and that sort of thing, which is it's relatively small but a growing part of the energy production picture in Michigan. But the electrical utilities, I believe, have a bright future in Michigan, growing demand as our economy improves. So your donation towards equipping the workers of the future, the linemen and the line women. We do have women in that program as well. And the workers in the other fields that we train for is a tremendous show of support for the college. And I just got to say to the whole community how fortunate we are in the attitude and the pride that the community has in the college.
Well, we're very happy to be part of that, to be able to support something like this. And it's not only, when we think about it, is bringing what this will bring to the community as bringing new people in, but what it brings to our own community, where we'll be able to offer this kind of training to the kids of Alpena, the graduates who would normally have to go elsewhere. And probably a long ways away to get this kind of training.
That's great.
But to be able to stay right here in town, in our own community, I think is huge, and we're very excited that we could be part of that.
Well, again, thank you very much. As we close out, any words of advice for people, youngsters or not so youngsters, might be interested in going in the financial services field for employment? Has it been satisfying to you?
It's been very satisfying. I love what I do. That's why I've been in it so long. So just get an education, because education is important. Unlike me, back then, you really didn't have that opportunity. It is a different day, and a degree is very important.
Great.
So I would encourage everyone.
I wholeheartedly agree. Thank you so much for being my guest this morning.
Thank you, Olin.
This has been Talk of the Town with Nancy Smitham and Dr. Olin Joynton. For a list of events taking place in Northeast Michigan, visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on Community. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.